All right, there you go.
So,
Oh, dude, Dallas put up a video of a Mezco style Doctor Doom.
oh yeah, that's incredible. That custom you got.
I gotta check that out.
Are we live again?
We're live right now. Yeah, one more time.
Are we on the same
We
link
are.
or?
It's a different link now, but
Okay.
we'll figure it out. Yeah, people will see that Boog's online again, and they'll just join again.
Boog.
That's it.
Is
So
he
yeah,
there?
yeah, we got viewers in here, so we're good. Yeah, we're good now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What were we saying? Johnny
Technical
Cage.
difficulties. We're
He's in
back.
great
Johnny.
shape. Annihilation was terrible. Boog says it's. I'm sorry. What were we saying? Sorry, that's me. Todd says it's the same link, so we're good. Oh, tight. All right,
Okay. Sick. Nice.
Welcome back, everyone. We,
We're back.
apologies for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, you can blame Obama for that one.
Oh, yes. Good old let him in, Barack.
Damn you.
So you guys were talking about Mortal Kombat and how Annihilation sucked, huh? Yeah, Annihilation's terrible. It's not even like half the same cast, and they all get killed anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think for a movie where you just want to watch something stupid, it still holds up. Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. That's my hot take. I mean, you thought the first one is so like, it's so 90s, it's good. The first one is just, or the second one is just so bad, it's good. You can definitely tell the first one like had some heart in it, but then the second one they were like, let's just make some fucking money. Right. Basically. I mean, dude, there's parts. I remember in the second one, there's parts when like Shao Kahn's army or whatever is invading the temple, and you can see like, you know, the ripples around the green screen on all the ninjas coming in. It's terrible. Oh shit. Not chroma keyed properly at all.
Shout out to all the ninja ripples.
That's where it's at. So next up is Mythic Legion then, I guess. So real quick, so Mythic Legions, they put up a new pre-order thing, and it went through on their Kickstarter up until January 9th, I believe, but the new pre-orders just hit, what do you call it, Big Bad Toy Store. And this is what we're looking at right now. So here we go. So it's just a bunch of these big motherfuckers right here. So these guys are like 8 inches tall. No, they're 9 inches tall. So these might not. So I know, Bug, you missed out on the orcs before.
Yeah.
And these aren't the same thing, but it seems like they'll get the job done.
Yeah, no doubt. I could absolutely see these being up against Thor or whoever you want to, whoever want to do.
Yeah. These are like the nice version of those Motu like giants that showed up at Big Lots like all those years ago.
Hell yeah. What it's about. So they got this orc. They have another orc too, I believe. Yeah, they got like another different version of them. Right here, they all look tight. These look so good, man. I can't believe how good these look. And then they have like a bigger human also. Let's see. Yeah, this guy's 9 inches as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably the same buck though, right?
Yeah, same buck, just different paint. They did the similar thing with like the regular scaled ones too. And then they put up a different goblin right here. But this guy has like a whole bunch of shit, like a whole bunch of different shit.
Looks like he's like an archer or some shit, or he's some special guy. He's a main character.
He's the main character. Yeah, he's got like a different helmet on. He's got like a bigger like a backpack thing. He comes with a sword, arrows, a crossbow. So yeah, he's definitely not a 1 episode only kind of guy. And then they put out this guy, like this girl right here. I don't know what she just looks like a regular crusader, I guess. She has like this big ass. Yeah, she's like some kind of cleric. I don't know. Yeah. So that's pretty tight. And I think this one, no, that's the last of it. So it's 5 figures in this wave, I guess. These look pretty tight. Like this goblin right here is $10 more than the regular just army building goblin. So
I think it's even if you missed out on those first goblins, it's still a nice way to, what do you call it? Nice way to still army building.
Yeah, you could have that base book. I mean, you're basically just getting different weapons and a different head sculpt. I feel like that was one of the things that people complained about too with the other ones, even though they're army builders, was that there were no different facial expressions and shit or whatever. But yeah, it looks like it's the same base book, just some different highlights on the armor here and some different weapons.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, good on him, man, because if these goblins are so good.
Yeah, they're really cool figures, man.
They're super tight. I can't express how good these are. Do you have any, Fabio?
I have none.
Damn, what are you doing?
I had a too, man. I want a whole.
I'm surprised, man. This seems like it's right up your alley, man.
Dude, it really is. But it's just I missed the pre-orders and the Kickstarters back in the day, and it's very tough to get into. You know.
Yeah, it's the price, man. They're expensive, but not. I don't
think they're too expensive for what you get. They're totally justified in the price. It's just that I think at this point it is kind of like Masters of the Universe, where I'm like, it's too late to go back and get some of those core releases.
Yeah, this is like in line with like almost import prices, which isn't terrible for the scope that you're getting.
Dude, the accessories, swappability, everything about them, I'm down.
I'm on the same boat as you, Fabio, but I gave up even earlier than you. I had the original run. I had some of the original run, and I was like, man, I got like 5 of these. I'm not gonna go backtrack and like overspend to get like multiples of these. And I'm almost certain I sold mine to Greg. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. So yeah, I sold them to him for like a stupid steal because I didn't want them, and like you said, I didn't want to be trapped in like, well, fuck, I gotta go buy the ones that I missed, and then I gotta buy the ones that come next. But these are just insanely impressive figures.
I mean, when I had to be like a completist, like I can't get all of them, therefore I don't want any of them. It's more like like the ones that I do want, like your classic knights and like army builders and like big crusader guys. Those are long gone.
Yeah, and those were all with the first run, and then now we have the elves and the goblins now.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I want some humans, and I think they're making mostly female humans now.
Yeah, I think they're like elves mostly right now.
Yeah, and there's like vampiresses, like all of it is just dope.
Yeah,
I think this line works best if it's like the only line you collect though.
Yeah, it's definitely a deep dive on these guys for sure.
I'd have to say whoever does have this,
sick details full of this.
Whoever does have this as their main line has like just a visually a really impressive.
Yeah, probably looks really cool, stunning.
Yeah, dude,
this looks sick.
I mean, I would have this set up. I mean, this would be almost like Warhammer miniatures, but in one scale. You want to build a full-on fucking battlefield for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Poncho, I always feel like no matter what these guys do, I always feel obliged to like up them because they saved me at Comic-Con one year. They're like the nicest guys ever, and
Please tell this story.
like 4 years ago, I was at Comic-Con and I had a press badge so I could go in early before everybody else to, quote unquote, take pictures. And so I'm in there with a few friends. I'm with Brian and a couple of other guys. And we're all like right next to the Hasbro booth. Hasbro booth is right next to, at that time, was the Mezco booth and the Mythic Legions booth, the Four Horsemen booth. And so we're all like hovering around the booth, and these big ass dudes show up with cops, and they're like, "If you get around this fucking booth, we're kicking you out and we're tearing up your badge." And we're like, "Oh fuck! Like, get the fuck out of here!" And we all go our separate ways. We scatter like fucking mice when the lights are turned on. Like we all disperse. And so I don't know where everybody went, but I like ended up at the Four Horsemen booth, which was literally right next to it. And I'm looking at the figures, and one of the Four Horsemen comes up to me. He's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, man." He's like, "You with press?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm with press." And he's like, "Why don't you have a camera?" I was like, well, I was like, I really didn't want to take pictures today. I was going to do that tomorrow. He's like, press usually does that today so that the rest of the weekend is free. And I was like, listen, man, I was like, they just told everybody that they're ripping up our tag for being right at Hasbro. So like, I was just killing time here. And he was like, okay, what are you going to get? And he just starts talking to me about what I'm going to get. And he's like, just look really interested in everything on our booth. And just as soon as they yell that it's okay, run. And that's exactly what I fucking did. I was there like looking at everything in detail and like acting like I was like super impressed with it. Well, I was impressed, but you know, I was like turning my eyes to look at like the booth when like the gates would open up and stuff like that for Hasbro. So I'm like turning my head like every 2 seconds. And then finally they go, the floor is open! And everybody just, dude, out of nowhere, because you couldn't see anybody. They were all hiding at booths. Like almost 1,000 people bum rushed that fucking booth. And I was in one of like the first 20 people, thanks to the Four Horsemen just letting me totally lie my ass off and act like I was part of the booth. People kept coming up to me like, "Hey man, are you part of this booth?" I'd be like, "Yeah man, I'm their press unit." And they'd be like, "Oh, okay." It was just so hilarious how like, dude, there was people with kids that were getting punched in the face. Like it was nuts. It was insane.
I didn't want to take the wind out of your sails because you were on a roll there, Rick, but I don't think the audience heard any of that because we've been having some audio issues on the stream.
Well, if anything, if the stream is messed up, then the thing I'll upload will be fine. I believe
okay.
So.
I don't know what they heard, but when I after I was in that Four Horsemen booth and I was hiding, and they finally let us take off into the Hasbro booth. I was actually not gonna fucking make it. I don't know if anybody knows this because I don't like to show my face, but I totally look like a child. I don't know what it is. I look like I'm in high school. And so I'm running to the Hasbro booth. I was literally just right across. I'm running to the Hasbro booth and I am getting totally fucking squished. Like I'm not that tall, so I'm getting super squished and everybody's just pummeling me. And this dude who must have been like 6'5" and his wife who was like 6 feet. And they were like really massive people. Like they were sturdy, like tree trunk looking dudes. And lady, they grabbed me.
It was 2 dudes.
I was scared for a second because he grabbed me by the fucking shoulder and he's like, "Stick with me, kid. I got you. Nobody's gonna squish you here." I had to play it off. I was like, "Thanks, sir." And thankfully, and the wife puts her arm around me. She's like, "People are sick, son." And I was like, I know.
Oh my God.
Little did they know I was a fucking grown ass man. And I was just accepting their guidance, and thanks to them, I was able to get super far into the line. And that day, I was the only person out of everyone that I knew at that con that made it to the line because of those guys. Because right after the first 40 people, they cut us off because people were. I never got to see it because I was so far ahead. But they said that people were punching each other in the face, and they were like fucking up women, and kids were getting trampled. I never got to see any of it. But the whole time, I just had to act like, "Yeah, I'm here with my dad." Like when we were in the line awkwardly waiting to pay for our shit and get our figures, they're like, "So what are you doing here?" I was like, "Oh, my dad makes me come here." "Oh man, so I'm here waiting for my dad." They're like, "Damn, your dad is heartless." I was like, "Oh yeah, he is." And so thanks to those two, that enormous couple and the guys at Four Horsemen, I was able to get the figures that year.
What a story, Mark.
I just imagine you and Corn Boy doing like a Master Blaster symbiotic relationship to wade through the crowd.
Oh man, it was something else. I was getting text messages like every 2 seconds from everybody I was with, like, "I saw that you got in with those 2 big guys. Can you get me this? Can you get me?" Because they were the tallest people I'd seen at that con at that time. They were just really huge, like a really huge couple. Like, "I saw you with that big guy. Do you have a spare legend set?" It's like, don't do this. Don't do this.
Spare legend set, man. Please.
Dude, is there any way you can give me a legend set? Please. Man, if your name's not Boog, I'm not considering it.
Boom. That's how it is. It's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah, it was my first Comic-Con, so I really didn't know anyone, and like the only person at that time who had hooked me up ever before was Boog and Junior. So I was like, man, I asked Junior, and Junior was not into the set that year. I was like, the only person I'm giving anything to is Boog if he asks, so I'm not giving anybody anything.
Outstanding move.
Yeah, those four horsemen guys are always the best, man.
They're awesome.
Really good.
At Toy Fair, last time I went to Toy Fair, I was shooting a bunch of B-roll over at their booth, and like they were super nice, man. Those guys are always the best. 100%. So yeah, that's it for Mythic Legions, I guess.
Yeah, good story. Thanks, Rick.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Next time. Yeah, if I sound a little disassociated, I think people upstairs and next to me, I live in apartments, I think they're committing a murder right now because like people like they're like banging against the walls and shit, like so much to the point where shit is falling off my shelves. So
dude, you're about to get interviewed by the local news in 2 hours. What kind of neighbors were the Stevensons? I don't know, man. I mean, he held my packages sometimes. He seemed like a good dude. I never thought he was going to kill it.
My fucking neighbors above me every weekend. I don't know if their house is like their workshop or some shit, but they're sawing and drilling and doing all types of shit. I literally screamed at the ceiling this morning, like, "What the fuck are you guys doing up there?"
Yeah, I live next to a kind of young couple with like 2 toddlers, and it seems like they're just figuring out how to use stairs because every morning, up and down, 8 a.m. without fail, just dun, 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 ah, dun. Like they're having so much fun just going up and down these stairs for the first hour of every day.
It's crazy, man. I was like 5 minutes from going upstairs to knock on their door. Like,
yeah.
You know what? I'm like in a beater with a do-rag on and shit. Maybe I won't do that right now.
It ain't yeah, history, huh?
Relatively chill, dude. But, you know, there's a limit. You can't
There's a limit.
Stairs when you share walls with people.
I'm out here trying to spend my Saturday in peace, trying to get these waves going. And y'all look
trying to wake up at single-digit hours, and yet 8 a.m. Here we go.
It's rough. So I think we have like 1 or 2 more topics on the actual list.
We got one more. It's Wonderfest 2019.
Yeah.
So for everybody who doesn't know, Wonderfest is like is basically Japan's like Toy Fair, pretty much. Like they have one in the winter, which is what's happening right now, and they have a summer Wonderfest as well. That's like in the middle of the year too. They everybody just basically holds all their cards and just shows them all off at Wonderfest. So super tight. The only thing really confirmed, hilarious to me. Let me go and screen share real quick. Rick, you'll find this funny too. Wonderfest they're gonna have an exclusive this year at Wonderfest, and it's gonna be this fucking roll from 4-inch.
Oh my god!
It's another roll. Oh my god!
Fuck up! No.
Hilarious, man.
Oh my god, man. These people fuck
now up. I know why this is funny.
Yeah, so for everybody out of the exactly. For everybody out of the loop, so 4-inch is so this is a Mega Man figure. It's roll from Mega Man Legends, and if you're a Mega Man collector, this property is cursed pretty much because every single figure line that attempts to make figures out of these, like they'll just do a couple and then that's it. They'll just evaporate into thin air as if they never existed in the first place. So 4-inch is like one of the first lines in a long time to really make some headway in this Mega Man line, but they kind of hit a snag with this roll figure because this roll was coming out and they split her accessories across 2 exclusives, which really sucks. So like Ami had exclusive rights for an exclusive version of this roll, and then they put out 2 SKUs. One SKU, she came with like a monkey accessory, which is like which is another character from the game, but then another SKU came with like a hat, so you couldn't get her with the hat and the monkey at the same time. So it's like the biggest like fuck you for this. And like as someone who likes Mega Man and like wants to see like this line succeed, they kind of like fucking bully you. Like you want to support this line, and like, but then you're forced to buy like 2 rolls, and then now this shit, like it's like, luckily with this roll, like I don't think she has any like weirdo exclusives or anything. It's just the color scheme. And whenever Wonderfest has done like 4-inch exclusives before, but they never really matter. Like it's just like a weird color scheme or whatever. So at least it's that. Quick shout out to Sonic Rockman X. Haven't heard from you in a long time in the chat. He says your neighbors.
Where the hell he been at?
Yeah, he says my neighbors are making a baby. They are not. They might be killing a baby, but they're not making a baby. And if this makes a baby, this is going to be the next Hitler. because they're fucking doing something up there and it's driving me insane. Like it's
that's how they make a baby. Then you and Becca have been misled. Very long time.
What have I been doing this whole time? Fuck. Basically. But
speaking of baby, shout out to Michael Wisman, who just had his first son.
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to Wisman and young Wisman.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Let us know how babies are really no.
Shout out to the young king, Alan Wisman.
Word.
Big thing.
Right. Shout out to Mike.
Busted out the womb. You know, he served his nickel. He's out.
It's a glorious time, man. It's an amazing experience these first few months to 3 years before they start getting their own personality and telling you to go fuck yourself. So yeah, shout out to you, Mike, man. Congratulations, man. Like I said, it's such a wonderful experience early on. But shout out to Mike and his wife. What's his wife's name again? God damn it. I can't remember her name. Sorry, Miss Wisman. But yeah, man, that's why Mike's kind of been on the low for the past 9 months. And I guess he'll be having daddy duties for the next however long now too. These first couple months are pretty rough. So
he's about to turn into the next John Connor.
Word.
We see fire photos like a couple times a month, and a kid in the background.
Basically, and then every time you see the kid, he's much bigger and much bigger. Word.
So Cerrone Games Go wants to know what's up with those GameStop turtles. Let me just direct him to the beginning of this podcast.
Start over.
This one ends.
You can it's split up in the subscription thing right now, so you can even go back and watch the first half of the podcast.
Yeah,
everyone's still having audio problems for some reason. It's been lagging like crazy. I have it here muted next to us so I can keep track of the comments.
Chat. Yeah, same
every couple of seconds it goes into the spinning wheel buffering.
Yeah.
So, I had to tell him it can't be us. If it was one person's audio, I'd understand, but it has to be just the YouTube system right now.
Yeah, who knows? We'll figure it out. So the thing I wanted to talk about Wonderfest is what are some like hopes and dreams, wants, not necessarily predictions, but like what do you want to see this year from import companies, basically?
Oh my God. Well, one thing I want to lay out for sure for people, because this happens literally every Wonderfest, so I hope everybody, at least that's in this chat, will listen to what I'm saying when I tell you that Bandai does not like to show off DBZ stuff at Wonderfest. Why do you ask? Because the DBZ line is mainly targeted towards the US. There's almost no reason for them to debut anything there, because Japan really doesn't buy Dragon Ball figures at all. We make the market, Europe makes the market, Mexico makes the market, Japan doesn't. So they usually show like one thing off, so expect like 1 or 2 figures, but don't expect like the rest of the year or the year after to be mapped out at Wonderfest. It never will be, just because Japan is not their target audience. Expect a lot of Star Wars and Kamen Riders, and hopefully the info on that St. Cloth Myth line with the fabric and whatnot.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean they might even hold their cards for a Toy Fair. There's a bigger chance of them really doing a big blowout at Toy Fair versus Wonderfest.
Wait, did we find out which one is first? Usually Toy Fair is first, but I don't know that that's the case this year. Hold on,
no, Wonderfest is first.
Wonderfest is?
Well, I don't know about normally, but I know this year Wonderfest, it's like in 8 days, Wonderfest.
I feel like Toy Fair has traditionally been first, and Wonderfest has been literally the following weekend or that weekend, within a few days.
Who knows? I think maybe... Because I know
Well, maybe it's the other way around, because I'm looking at this clock for Toy Fair. It says 13 days.
Who knows?
Oh my God.
That's the mystery. But
how many licks does it take?
Yeah, but Rig, what do you want to like? What's a property that doesn't have a figure presence that you would like to see carve out a space and that we might see at Wonderfest?
Well, the 2 biggest things I want are related but with different companies. I want either for Max Factory / Figma to finally step up and show us hard colored protos of My Hero Academia figures.
Hell yeah.
We were promised Bakugo and All Might so long ago. Like I'm fed up, man. I'm fed up. How are we gonna see these cutouts, like inserts for All Might and for Bakugo, and never get it? Like it's ridiculous. And you know, people keep blaming it on the license holders, but they don't say anything. Like they don't say anything that somebody's holding them back. They don't say anything. We're not supposed to know that. You know, there's no way for us to know. All we know is that they're not releasing them for whatever reason, and it's annoying as shit. So I'd love to see that finally shown, and for the same thing for Bandai. You know, they've been asking like the past year and a half on polls if we want My Hero Academia figures, and it's just so annoying. Of course we want My Hero Academia figures. Don't even ask us. Don't throw that away.
They could easily take over with that. They would draw in a lot of people if they just put out a few characters from that property. Man.
Yeah, man, just come out blazing. First figures you show us, you know, make it Midoriya and make it All Might, or Midoriya and Bakugo, or you know, whoever. Just show us like 2 or 3 figures starting out the line. It's a done deal. We're not gonna go back to Figma, regardless. At that point,
pretty much. And not to mention that the articulation scheme on SHF will probably be better than Figma anyway. So.
Oh yeah, the articulation is gonna blow Figma out of the water. You know, although I will give them credit that Midoriya figure is like one of the most articulated Figmas I've ever used.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on that. I've never actually held the figure in hand, but looking at it, it seemed like it's a pretty decent figure, though.
Really, I was shocked when I got it how well articulated it was. So I will give them that, but I still don't think that they would top SHF if they made their own line. And the only other thing that I really want is I want more Berserk figures from Max Factory / Figma. I mean, these re-releases are dope. I'm happy that we're getting them, but we need Nosferatu Zod. We need Skull Knight. You know, let's get that pumping. We need so much. Isidro, you know, I could go on forever.
What else? Anything else I would like to see at Wonderfest?
Oh yeah, that was my list. So whoever list is next.
There's only one thing I want from Wonderfest, and one thing only. I want Mob Psycho 100 figures immediately.
Yeah. For the love of God, yes, please.
Especially with Season 2 just coming out, or Mob Psycho 2, whatever you want to call it. Like now's the time, 100%. Like that's basically how it came with My Hero. Like Season 2 came out and like got crazy popular, and then the figure started coming out. But yeah, Mob Psycho could work so well. Like it really, I just want a mob figure, honestly. Like I always like find myself looking at just like Figmas and like boy school clothes just so I can try and find my way into like a kit bash mob anywhere.
Yeah,
but
I know I've given you a few links to certain guys in uniform to probably use.
100%.
You know what's funny? I'm not trying to build anybody from that show, but I do the same thing as far as scanning for like different Figma bodies.
Yeah.
I even bought those 2 swimmers that they put up some months back, maybe like a couple months back or whatever. But
that's it. Like Figma is a great company to look forward to in terms of kit bashes, because you know, they have a philosophy with their sculpts, and they work well with other head sculpts. Like you don't really have to do much.
Yeah, the joints haven't changed in like 10 years, so you could get figures that are like 5 years old and it'll swap perfectly with a figure that just came out.
Yeah, no doubt. Look at my man Raspberry Chainsaw, who's always doing a bunch of shit with Figma shit.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter, baby.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a super versatile line when it comes to swapping parts. Honestly, in my opinion, there is no other line that you can easily swap parts in and out of without issue than Figma.
Yeah, they have a universal method to their articulation. It's very easy. Like those like their regular like non-copyrighted, whatever you want, like their regular figures. Like they put out like bride and groom. They did like the swimsuit, male and female, and they just put out just like regular people, and they know that like they'll never say it, but the reason they put that out is so they could do head swaps with other Figma characters. Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, they never say those things, but it's very obvious, you know, just like you said, that's what they want you to do. That's what they're giving you them for.
Yeah, 100%. So that's basically all I really want. That's like my top. I really want just some Mob Psycho presence. It's hard to say if it'll happen. I don't think so. I mean, give me a keychain or something so I can do a head swap. Like, I just want something.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna say one thing, it would be that, you know, just knowing the Japanese market, if it were gonna happen, it would be this year or nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if it's gonna happen, they would need to show it this one fest or the summer one fest.
Yeah. And like piggybacking off of like the author of Mob Psycho, if they do some One Punch Man stuff, that'd be pretty tight too.
Yeah, I don't mind what's it called, Dawson being Dawson. The one that keep it, but yeah, come on, man, get it together.
I'm looking forward to some more Bandai Star Wars stuff actually.
Oh man, that is going to be heavy. I'm sure that's going to be heavy this one.
We haven't really been blown away by a Bandai Star Wars figure in a minute, or at least I haven't. Like, you know, they've been putting out decent releases and whatever and shit to kind of fill holes and like whatever. But I haven't like really like held any one Bandai Star Wars figure in high regard for quite some time. I don't know if I ever have, really, honestly, but yeah, so they need something on the books that's like, oh, all right, okay. I thought it was going to be this last Vader that they put out, but that ended up being a dud. So hopefully by the time they get ready to drop their General Grievous, then maybe that'll be a standout one for them. I don't know.
You know what would be impressive is if we got like a. Obviously, they're not going to all come out at the same time, but it would be sick if they showed all of the bounty hunters.
Word.
That would be really impressive.
Yeah, that would definitely get people excited.
Yeah,
even though Black Series just completed, you know, their crew. So, but yeah, a Boba Fett. If they showed a Boba Fett at the very least, I'm sure that would get people hyped.
Yeah, I really did not like that Jango Fett we got.
Yeah, most people didn't.
I bought it and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was super disappointed.
They to really knock anybody's socks off, they gotta come with a new design for Boba. They can't just use that same scope that they used for Jango. They gotta really step it up a bit. So
yeah, they gotta, if they're gonna do a Boba, they have to do it.
Considering that the Mafex Boba Fett is still the best Boba Fett out there in 1/12 scale, they gotta pretty much try to top that.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, I don't know. It's not. I can't really think of anything that I'm really looking forward to. The shit that I'm really looking forward to, I don't know if we're gonna see that at Toy Fair or Wonderfest or anytime soon. So, you know, we talked about this shit. I want to see a Mezco Thor, classic Thor. I want to see, you know, classic Thor from Marvel Legends too, actually. But that we might see. Maybe we'll get some information for that for Legends.
What if Mafex is the first person to put out a classic Thor?
That'd be pretty crazy.
That would be like their giant like, we're fucking here. We're here to stay, man. Like, you thought we were just here to play? Fuck that, man.
Dude, that would be just the biggest punch in the nose to Mezco and Hasbro. Just like, classic Thor.
Yeah, basically. And it's out this year. Fuck this prototype shit. It's out this
year. And it'll be out in 6 months. Like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be the winner for sure.
You know what I was going to say too, Poncho, is that would be cool for them to do. I don't know if you know this, but Mafex, when they first started, they were getting into anime lines as well. I don't know why they didn't continue it. I guess the one that they did wasn't that popular. They did a figure for I forget the name of him, the main character, Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins.
Shit.
Yeah, and they not only did him, but they did him with like another character from the anime called Hawk. He's like a really big ass pig.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really impressive figure that they released. I guess it just didn't do well because the anime is super popular in Shonen Jump, but it's not like really popular here in the States or anything, so it didn't grab that like audience of wanting to buy those figures. You know, the show's not on Toonami, it doesn't have that wide audience yet. But it would be sick if they did Mob Psycho, if they did, you know, One Punch, or if they did, you know, My Hero Academia. I would love for them to go back and look at anime figures because I think that they could do a really good job.
That'd be incredible. That'd be the business, man. 100%. Yeah, I'm looking through their older catalog. They got some weird shit in here, man. They got a guy with a piss stain in his underwear. I don't.
They released a cloth articulated Pinocchio.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was one of their first figures they ever made, and I found it one night on AmiAmi for $7, and I bought it.
Money.
And I was shocked. I was like, oh fuck, this is Mafex. I didn't know what it was. It just said a articulated Pinocchio, and then when I got it in, the box said Miracle Action Figure, and I was like, oh fuck, this is Mafex. Before they were Mafex, they were still the full Miracle Action Figure.
I just have to share this real quick.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
It's a hoe man. He's got piss and shit stains.
Excellent.
He's got a fucking strawberry shortcake emblem on his fucking thing. Like, what is
God truly abandoned us?
What is happening here?
Jeez. Yo, peep the Infinity Gauntlet, not even the Infinity Gauntlet.
Just one gem.
It looks like a pepperoni.
That's so weird.
Pepperoni.
This is everything straight further from the light of Christ.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
I mean, if it's any comfort to you, Aho means stupid or like dumb,
this is a parody,
or like
for sure.
Yeah, this is just a parody character, and he's literally called Idiot Man or Stupid Idiot Man. Like,
this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yo, I can't get over the piss thing.
Dude, that's Zoolander meets Idiot Man. Insane.
Peep the villains.
Wow, what great villains. Look at those costume designs. This is Power Rangers is envious.
That's it. Sentai's canceled. Before your father died. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm about to track this fucker down right now. I can't imagine he's expensive.
No, there's no way. If he is, then Japan just must really love this guy. Like, he must be like a legacy over there. He must be like a legend.
He's the 11th figure they did in this line. That's so funny to me.
Damn, that is old. Wow, there's not even a single one on eBay.
That's right before you did. That's right before they did that 7 Deadly Sins thing too.
Wow, this is nuts.
Yeah, I can't even find this shit online. So yeah, that's basically it for Wonderfest. I will say one more thing: if they give us any type of Matrix presence, I'll die a happy man. There is some, just because Hot Toys just came out with their 1/6 scale Neo. At least there's something in the wind in terms of figures. So, you know, hopefully somebody scoops that license up and starts giving us.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing an import company pick up the Matrix. I'm with it, but I'm excited to see what the Mafex Wick looks like too.
Yeah, same. Hopefully hopefully it's just nothing but improvements because of that delay. So yeah, we'll see. Who knows? We'll see. So that's basically it for the main show. We're just gonna mosey on into after show territory here. I am pretty sure we are going to streamline this one day. Today is not the day.
Today will not be that day.
Today is not it. So, yeah. First thing in after show is pickups. So, yeah. What did everybody get this week?
I got a couple of. Shout out to Mr. Wang over at Hyatt Toys. He sent me a couple more of. He sent me some 3/4 inch Alien figures. They sent me the Predator figures, which I looked at a couple weeks back, But yeah, he sent me some of the Alien figures, and he's going to be sending me some of the 3/4-inch DC shit too. So I'm excited to see what that's like. I haven't opened the Alien figures yet, but I was kind of impressed with the Predator figures as far as I wasn't expecting much. I was actually expecting them to be kind of trash, but they ended up being all right. So we'll see how these Alien ones look. I guess I'll try to get a review up in the next 24, 48 hours, hopefully. But I got that, and I feel like I got one other thing this week. No, I think that was it. I think that was literally the only thing I got this week.
Yeah.
I have Harry coming from what's that shit?
Tommy?
The movie. Harry.
Oh yeah, Kingsman.
From Kingsman. Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of the movie, but yeah, I have Harry coming. But yeah, that's it. I don't think I bought anything else this week though. That's it for me.
Where do you have where'd you buy your Harry at? Ami?
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. What shipping do you use on Ami? Just EMS?
So I've been using DHL a lot lately, but something was up with this Harry shit. First of all, my regular card had expired, and then I had to go and like change the dates and this and that. And I don't know what was happening when I was trying to pay for my order with my debit card instead of PayPal. It was giving me this runaround. I don't know what was happening. So I redid the order. First of all, I had two Harrys separate, and one was for me and one was for Ed. So I combined the orders. I had to wait like 24 hours for that to come back, and then I was trying to pay, and it wasn't letting me pay for whatever reason. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to switch it to PayPal, and then I had to wait for that to come back. So I didn't even pay. I'm going to pay when I get off of this. So yeah, but I'll use DHL, and it'll be here this week for sure.
Close, man.
But
DHL
yeah,
is really carving a path this year.
Yeah, DHL is pretty fast, but and then I was bugging because I thought that DHL was the more expensive option, and when I looked this last time, I feel like I saw EMS as the more expensive option. So I'm confused.
It is. You're correct.
Okay.
EMS's prices have gotten so high that they're more expensive than DHL. Like I don't even know how they do business.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, all right.
Who's buying from them? I don't get it.
Okay. So yeah, I had been using DHL when they first put that option up because it was just faster, and I was ordering enough stuff where it was still economical, and I was getting shit fast. And then if I wanted to have the option to be one of the first to review it, then it was good money. So
yeah, for sure. So that's all you got?
Yeah, that's it.
To piggyback off of yours. I mentioned it briefly last week, but my Harry was up for payment as well. At that point, I still hadn't got an Eggsy, and so
you let it go.
Well, no, no. So like I saw that Eggsy was still available. On Ami, so I just combined him with my Harry. And it ended up being just a little bit over if I were to just buy Eggsy by himself aftermarket right now.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And I put that in. They shipped my order out on January 31st, and I got it on February 1st. It took one fucking day for that
crazy
to get to me. That's
crazy.
That is the absolute fastest I've ever gotten a package.
And you use DHL?
DHL, baby.
Yeah.
And I bet you on your phone you could have tracked its exact movements.
Like they was probably giving you fucking minute by minute updates on that shit too.
Basically, it's crazy. Like best case scenario, they probably just shipped. They probably, honestly, they probably shipped it out in Japan on January 30th, and then by the time I got the email, it's classified as 31st or whatever. So technically 2 days, which is insane. That's Amazon. It takes longer to get shit from my state.
Right, from within your same state. Hell
yeah, it's crazy.
Only way I could get some shit the next day is if it's like within the 5 boroughs or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
When you do Amazon Prime, like, do they have like same day delivery available for you guys yet or no?
Yeah, I believe so. Okay. I believe so. Yeah.
I think they just started doing that in my town. I was coming back from work and I saw Amazon Prime truck, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?
Well,
This is crazy."
I tell you what, if I don't know for certain if this deal is going through, where they're supposed to have one of the warehouses here in New York and shit. But if that happens, we'll probably be getting packages mad fast, same day type shit.
All off the backs of guys that don't get bathroom breaks.
Pretty much.
So yeah, I got those Kingsman figures. I've been messing with the Harry a little bit. Like his likeness looks way more like the Eggsy likeness is pretty good, but the Harry is spot on.
Yeah,
he looks so good. It's crazy.
It's a different buck though, for sure, right? He's taller, right?
It's on a taller buck. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Shout out to Harry Bucks.
But that could go either way. That could be kind of X-rated, or that could be a cool rap name.
Yeah, there you go. Harry Buck.
Harry Bucks.
What up? It's your boy Harry Bucks, Staten Island.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, he's great. His accessories are really nice. That umbrella accessory is so nice, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's cool for just a regular umbrella accessory too, huh?
Yeah, for sure. At the right angle, you got it.
No, that's that.
What an angle.
After that, diving back in once again, my Amazing Spider-Man 1 hot toy came in. I took a long look in the mirror and just basically said, "What the fuck am I doing?" Basically, I really, I'm like, I'm resetting my detolfs right now, and the reason I wanted to reset my detolfs was because I wanted to take like my Star Wars display down and make room for like a Hot Toys display. And then I don't have room for all my Hot Toys. And then I just really came to a self-realization that I had only just started collecting this line in January. And now I don't. There's just too much now. So I'm...
Pancho, you looked in the mirror, you pointed at yourself, and you said, "This is your fault."
Yeah, this is your fault, pretty much. Get your shit together, just pointing at the mirror. So I think now I'm good. Like when I first got into Hot Toys, I was like, when you're excited about a new line, you're like browsing all like the buy sell trade groups, you're like scouring eBay looking for new listings, or ending now, or just lowballed like buy it nows or best offers and whatnot. But I've kind of pumped the brakes on that. The only thing I really want at this point is like Black Suit Spider-Man and the new Green Goblin. Basically, that's it.
I was gonna say, man, I actually think that you're not doing bad by just sticking to Spider-Man. As long as you stick to yourself with that, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm already fucking up because I got Neo on pre-order, so.
Oh no.
So any kind of yeah, but still comments that you might have, I've already disappointed you, so just pocket those. Basically.
Hey man, Pancho, the amount of years we've been friends, I never hear you stop talking about wanting a Neo figure.
That's true.
I don't know, man. It's not like you're hitting me with something that, like, Pancho, everybody's made a Spider-Man figure. Like, everybody's made a Batman. You're hitting me with something that, like, never gets made. That's and the true. Best company imaginable is making it.
Hell yeah. So I'm stoked for that Neo. I mean, he's out overseas. But I got him pre-ordered on Big Bad Toy Store. It's going to be great. My state is taxed, so I'm going to have to pay more. It's going to be awesome. So can't wait, baby. Can't wait. So besides that, my 3D printer is officially on the way. Super stoked. Can't wait to not know what to do. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
You're about to get everybody PMing you right now. Hey, dude, I have this file for.
It's not like that, man. when you have it, you'll see that it's not like you're just gonna be pumping out shit every second. It's not like that. But
that's true. Yeah,
but it's still cool.
Even the small things take forever to print.
They do. They really do.
Shit is a problem.
The one I have, I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but I don't think you were here. But like the one that I have is not the traditional one where like it's a bed and then it prints on top of the bed going like it like spits out material. It's like a vat of basically liquefied resin, and the bed goes into the resin, and as it comes out of the resin, it's forming out of the resin. So,
yeah, it's like Austin Powers, basically.
Yeah, I'm going to feel like I'm in the year 3019 for the next couple of weeks, so it's going to be pretty cool. And
yeah, man, this 3D printer is the Terminator machine, basically. So.
And what I do like is, you know, in P&P, a couple of people have 3D printers now. So, like, you know, expect me to slide into your DMs real quick. Basically, just asking you, just babysit me for the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be pretty nice. So I'm super stoked on that. Gets here Monday.
What friends are for.
Exactly. It gets here Monday, so I'm super amped, and I got it sent to my job so I can immediately oogle over it. So I'm pretty stoked. Also,
and it'll be easy to smuggle in, and your wife not to notice.
That's it. Well,
that's not true at all.
Funny you mentioned that. Big shouts to my wife. She bought it for me. Here we go.
Whoa!
I know.
What a turn of events.
I know. Twist.
Sugar mommy status.
Yep, that's it. It was supposed to be a Christmas gift, but didn't happen, unfortunately. So she was all like, "But wait, there's more." So there it is. A funny story. Like her dad gifted me these drills, these really nice drills. And I use them for work. But we all like opened our gifts at her parents' house, and you know, I mentioned it on the podcast before. This guy gave me fucking figures, incredible, and I was like, "This is awesome." And then I've been telling my wife, like, I just want a 3D printer. Like, that's just what I want. Don't buy me. If you can just sacrifice all my gifts for a 3D printer, that'd be great. If you can't, whatever. But I just want a 3D printer. And we finished opening gifts, and then Becca was all like, "Oh wait, there's one more." And the box was like kind of 3D printed shape. It was huge. It was like a pretty big box. And then I lift it up, and it's kind of heavy. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, "Oh shit. This is a 3D printer." Like, she pulled the wool over my eyes. This is crazy. I open it up, and it's drills, which is great. I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah. I had to like I had to put on like my best. Yeah, this is great. But like to say I wasn't disappointed, well, I would be lying to myself. But
oh my god, baby, this is exactly what I kind of. Oh yeah.
It's great. Funny enough, like, I brought those drills to work. Like, at work, we have, like, the company bought us drills, and, you know, we're assigned drills. But I brought these to work, and my coworker was like, when did they buy you these drills? Like, why do you have these drills and we got these fucking shitty drills? And I'm like, well, pump the brakes, man. I'm like, my father-in-law bought this for me. They're all like, oh, okay. Well, these are nice drills.
Yeah, as long as you're not getting these drills and I don't get these drills, courtesy of the company.
100%.
You can be loved more than I am, but you can't be appreciated at this job more.
That's it. So shifting from drills, the #1 drill podcast on the internet, I want to talk about. I got my synthetic humans in the other day, also, and these are my first synthetic humans. Have you ever gotten any, Bug?
No, I haven't. So tell me what you think.
Yo, these things are crazy, dude. Like, we always hear people in the community singing their praises, but like, I can't say it enough, man. These things are like, you always hear the hype about figures, and then you kind of get it in hand, and then you're like, oh, okay, I can see where this is coming from. This like exceeded my expectations. They're so nice in terms of articulation. I didn't know the eyes were articulated. So I'm pretty stoked on that.
I tell people they're the most articulated figures you can mess with. It's wild.
How many did you get?
I got 3.
Nice.
That's all I got. And
I don't know why, but I only ordered 1 the other day because I wanted to just like make sure it was legit and I get the 1. But yeah. I probably should have ordered 3 right off the bat too. Plus, I didn't get them for the price you got them for. It was only a little bit more. It came out to about $37 after tax and shipping and all that shit, which is still very good. But but the original price you paid was like $22, I think, before taxes and shit.
I got extremely lucky, only paying $22. So I was pretty stoked, and that was like right before payday, and I was like, I had to do like the classic, like, am I really about to spend most of I'm about to put a big debt in my my bank account for figures, and I'm like, if I don't pull the trigger on this now, I will forever regret it. So I did it, and they charged me 3 times. So I ended up getting the figures and regretting it. So I got the best of both worlds. Wow. But yeah, these things are super great, Bug. I know you'll really like them. They work across every line. I don't see I mean, every line within reasonable thought. I don't see you like thinking like, oh shit, maybe this guy can fight like a cyborg or like a robot. It'll fit, man, 100%.
Yeah, no doubt. We've seen so many great pictures with them already, and yeah. I've seen them on every line. So yeah, but yeah, I'm sure it's just fun to pose the shit too, though.
Yeah, it's great. I got mine in like a really crazy stance right now. Let me see if I can pull it up. But the last thing I got was a spider ham from this line called Domes. They're not even like articulated figures. Like they're almost like gashapons, like American They're like little trinkets or whatever. And
I was about to say they're like gashapon. I've seen them at like certain comic book shops.
And they're in just like a dome, like a acrylic dome, like a snow globe or whatever. And this spider ham, like he scales nice. He's a little on the short side, but like, you know, he scales really well, and he looks like Spider-Ham. Like forever, I've had like my Marvel Legends Spider-Man head on a Nendroid Homecoming body, and that works good. But he doesn't look like the Spider-Ham from, you know, Spider-Verse. So I'm super stoked to get that in. Let me see if I can pull up a picture real quick of it, because I know I posted it in PMP. But yo, let me tell you, getting that thing out of the dome was a nightmare. Like I bought it and I was like, all right, cool, this won't take long at all. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, pry this little acrylic dome off of it, and it'll be just fine. Like it'll just be another walk in the park. I struggled with that thing for 30 fucking minutes. I couldn't believe what a pain it was. And I was like, at the end, I was like, is this even worth it at this point? But I got him off, and then of course he wasn't pegged into the base. He was like molded on top of it as if it was one piece. So I had to like take a razor blade and like cut him off the base. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is like
that's too much work.
Dude, that's crazy. I have a couple of Domes figures. I guess I'd never had the inkling to take them off of them, but I have all the Gravity Falls ones.
Oh shit!
And yeah, I have all the Gravity Falls ones, and that's crazy. They seem like they would be so easy to slip off.
Yeah,
that's wild.
It was a chore for sure. So yeah, as you can see here, he's a little short, but like not that short, not that crazy. I think like canonically he should be like right here, where like Peter B. Parker's coat is kind of flaring up.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I don't know. I think it works.
Yeah, like, you know, base level it works. MSD, it's going to be incredible. Force perspective, you can get it to fit in perfectly. So
where's the black coat from?
This is all GPS slot, all this shit, except for the hat. That's not GPS slot. And that's Namor's feet on him.
Big shout out to Namor's feet.
Yeah, big step in right here. Peter Parker's. The feet are huge on this thing, but whatever, it works. And I found this is the pose that I have my synthetic human in right now, and he's just like, he's just posed like that, basically.
That's crazy.
And but it took literally, you know how like you always like fuck around with like trying to get this stuff balanced and stuff, like this took me like 15 seconds minimum, and like it's so like well balanced, and like his feet, they may look like they're a little messed up, but like they work well on flat surfaces for sure.
Yeah, all right, I gotta pick up a couple more. Fuck
yeah, 100%. This is crazy. And there's my Hot Toys Spider-Man back there, my Whataburger counter. Stupid. Wow. But that's basically, yeah, that's it. That's basically all I got. Rick, did you get anything?
I actually only got 2 things. I got my Silver Sable figure, and I got the Puma from the Kingpin Wave 2. Sure. I refuse to buy any of those other figures at retail. So if anybody has the pieces and they want to trade, because I got a shitload of pieces, hit your boy up, because I got a load of pieces. for anything that isn't the pieces that come with a Night Thrasher, Kingpin, and Silver Sable.
Oh my god!
I totally forgot because I just didn't care because I knew that they were at regular price. But Ed had told me that the Kree Sentry Wave and the Black Panther Wave had showed up in Walgreens in between his dorm and my office, basically. But I didn't even go by there because I knew that they were at the regular price, and I'm just kind of not trying to go nuts with those legends at that price right now. So
that Miss Marvel wave is just pegging right now at all of my targets.
Oh yeah,
warming right now. Yeah.
I don't even really feel like I don't know. Maybe once the movie drops, that shit'll pick up a bit more. But like, normally I always get the Build-A-Figure at least, and being that this is a comic-based Build-A-Figure, it's like, you know what, I probably should try to get it, but I don't feel compelled to get any of those characters, man. Like, I don't know.
Not even
man, Great Gargoyle is money.
I forgot about Great Gargoyle. Okay, all right. I forgot about him. But even though the Samuel Jackson is a good suited black, character in a suited body and shit like that, like, I don't know, man. I'm just not like, I'm not blown away by any of these first three waves for this year, man. It's too bad. Yeah. But I'll get them. I'll definitely pick them up. I'll wait for me to have some Walgreens coupons to fuck with or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a full price wave.
Yeah, the only figure I bought was pretty much just Great Gargoyle. I saw the whole wave and I was like, that was that. And I walked the fuck out of there.
Damn.
And what were they at your place? What was the retail?
They were $19.99 at mine. Yeah, so I'd really, just like you, I said, like, man, I'm not gonna buy any of this. And then I saw Great Gargoyle and I was like, damn it. And it's a really nice figure. The head sculpt is dope. The body choice is smart. I really like it. So like you, I was really tempted to get that Sam Jackson. And then I was just like, man, there's gonna be a coupon at some point. there's gonna be like a Target cartwheel deal. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna wait because they're literally flooding my Target right now. Like, if I bought one, it wouldn't even make a dent. Like, there's just there's no reason for me to like, try to help them out when there's just so many of them at my store.
Yeah. All right. So Fabio, you still alive? You got anything this week?
I'm here.
All right, what you got?
I don't think I picked up anything, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I was cutting down on the impulse purchases.
That's right.
Yeah. Severely dwindled my pickups.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's fine.
we're like mourning a lost friend over here.
It's like, yo, you didn't waste no money this week? That's fucked up, bro.
Pouring out from the wallet.
Okay. I saved money. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. I haven't really been picking up too much. I mean, I got a few Mezcos to pick up. I know my comic shop is still holding Hulk and Thor from Ragnarok, and I'm waiting to see if I can maybe get them to just like discount it to like $160 for the set.
Hey man, you buy here so much. How do you not get some sort of hookup?
I mean, it really depends on who's working the counter that day.
Oh shit! Like, man, I know I can go in on Thursday because Mark is working the counter.
I know, man.
He cuts out the text.
Something like that.
Shout out to Mark.
We're not gonna ask Fabio to reveal his secrets.
Shout out to Mark. Why don't you come on the show, Mark? Come on the show.
Why don't we cease this line of questioning?
Let us know the nitty gritty about the deals you got going with Fabio, Mark. Come on the show. Let us know.
I know they got Darkseid in too. I'm waiting to get that as well. But again, like, I'm not trying to pay 180 for it. Like,
nobody on this panel paid 180 for that.
Dude, definitely.
Damn.
About to do that.
That's wild.
I mean, maybe if I can be like, look, give me all three. Ragnarok, this for this price. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. And then honestly, I really haven't been picking up much of anything.
What's your next purchase?
I'm trying to get the Kenner Terminator stuff from NECA at Target, and it hasn't popped up yet.
Yeah, man, mine either. I keep looking. My Target just like did a full 180, and they're completely changing the look of the store. So I was kind of hoping like, oh fuck, this is gonna flood us with product, and I don't see no Kenner, man. I'm just getting pretty sad here.
I know. There's a guy I follow who's a local California collector who found the Power Arm T800.
Shit.
I know they're coming, but my targets are terrible. The one that I'm ambassador for is in the middle of a mall. It's terrible. Like inside the mall.
Yo, mine too. My target's like that too. It's part of a mall.
Yeah, it's a Target Mobile, technically they call it.
Ugh. Mine's
that sounds like a
7 or 8 p.m. Sundays. It's awful.
Ugh.
You guys remember malls like from the 90s?
Yeah, man, malls are a dead brand at this point.
Yeah.
Who fucks with malls?
I mean, not the
all you see is like kind of there's like people who like their thing is to go to malls, and they're there like it's a fashion show, like they're flexing whatever like the new Jordans are that week.
Yeah, I was gonna say my area. I don't know if anybody knows this, but it costs a lot of fucking money to live around here in the Silicon Valley. So malls are like insane here still. Malls are crazy. Especially Valley Fair. It's a local mall. It's like super hyped up mall. It has like all the designer brands in it, so people usually go nuts for that place. Our Targets over here only has one in a mall, and that one closed like at 1 in the morning. It's crazy. There's a few Targets around here that actually close at 1 in the morning. One of them is next to my sister's house, and like whenever we're visiting and it's super late, I always just drive to Target because it's just like right down the street and it closes super late.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thankful that the Target is like literally, right next to the parking lot. If I get a close spot, then I can just pop in and out.
Yeah, that's the convenient thing about Targets in malls, that they always are like right at the edge of the parking lot, and they're always like you can get into it without having to go into the mall.
That's the move.
Yeah, what a move.
Talk about revealing sources and tricks.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, Todd just messaged me that something is popping up on Amazon Canada right now that's showing a Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Captain America and Peggy Carter set.
Uh-oh.
There's no picture of it, but there's a placeholder up right now that looks like it's going to go live soon on Amazon Canada at least.
Scoops.
Well, that's certainly. We get a screen share going to that.
We don't have a picture of it or anything. Actually, it's just it's like a placeholder right now. I guess like you would only see it if you're like a seller on Amazon, I guess.
Very
interesting. I don't know if that's going to be comic or if that. I would assume it's going to be comic 80th anniversary. I don't think the MCU has any sort of 80
They got their time already. Their 10 years thing.
Yeah. So wow, that's pretty interesting.
What if that's a spoiler for the movie and Cap just gets dropped off back in his regular time? They put out a figure that says 80th anniversary because it's 80 years since that time has happened.
Don't you fucking do this.
Oh my God.
Don't you
know what? They did tease that first Captain America figure too.
Never know.
From Figure Arts.
I'm going to go to IMDb right now, and if I see Peggy Carter's actress on that list, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
They definitely teased that figure from Figure Arts. I remember they showed that classic Captain America.
Yep. Damn, dude. We're connecting.
Interesting.
We're connecting all the fucking dots, man.
We done fucked it up. Man.
Yeah.
Are you happy now, Amazon Canada? Huh? You happy now? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I was gonna bring up something as well, like when we were talking about DC, like the only way for DC to for comic book movies in general to get a pass on any new idea they do is pretty much if Marvel has done it first at this point. And there are theories bouncing around that the results of Endgame might split the timeline or something like that, or might split into like multiverse territory, and some stories will take place in one universe and one story will take place in another one. And I was gonna say that would correlate with like if DC were to like because the thing with like doing one-off stories is always like, what will the audience think? Well, so like if we do a one-off story with like this new Joker movie, but then we do another one-off story with Suicide Squad, the audience will be confused if it's like, well, why isn't this guy in this movie? Are these the same movie? Is this the same like universe or whatever? But I think if Marvel normalizes like multiple dimensions and multiple timelines, then that'll be a bigger door for other studios to capitalize on, not really having a coherent story.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? spoilers if I am right and I ruin your life. Pretty much.
Yeah, Todd just like punched himself in the face, hoping he wouldn't remember what you just fucking said.
Man, I'm sorry. Sorry, Todd.
Hey, man, these are just theories. Yeah. That's just a theory.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had to throw that in there.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. So there's no actual spoiler time.
Damn. So speaking of fucking up, great segue to our next topic. The GameStop buyout. I wanted to go ahead and just address this just because of how GameStop is kind of like carving its way into like the collectible scene. I've more often than not, I hear a lot of people are going into GameStop for their Marvel Legends and like other weirdo collectibles. Like, if you weren't at a con, GameStop was the only way that you could get that Storm Collectibles Ermac. So a lot of people are heading over to GameStop for their collectibles, and so for those of you out of the loop, GameStop is in pretty rough shape right now financially, and they were a company offered to buy out GameStop, and they had a meeting, but like it just fell through, and then because of that, like their stocks dropped and all that shit. So it's kind of like hot news that GameStop is in the red right now. And that is concerning for people who go to GameStop for all their collectibles and stuff, which sucks because, GameStop, for all the shit they get for, fucking GameStop, like when it comes to their deals and coupons with figures, more often than not, if you can catch a good sale, you like walk out with a pretty good discount. For sure,
dude. I walked out with figures for 99 cents.
Exactly. Boom. I walked out with the entire Black Panther wave for $7 or $9, whatever I said. So, it definitely has its shining moments.
Yeah, I don't remember if I brought this up here or if I was discussing with a friend, but what I was hoping was, because they weren't disclosing who was interested in buying them. Mm-hmm. What I was hoping was that it was Target. And that their game section and like that section where NECA is and like the back would all just turn into like, how they have a CVS in their store?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It would just turn into having a GameStop in their store. Mm-hmm. And like where the games and electronics were and where the NECA stuff would just be GameStop.
I could see that. That'd be dope.
Be crazy.
That would be dope, but I don't know.
That's what I was hoping for.
Maybe that might be a lot of red tape or some shit, but that would be dope.
Yeah, that might be. That might be. That's what I was hoping for.
If that happens.
Yeah, man, if that happens, somebody better cut me a check. I'm hiring Johnny Cochran, and we're taking this all the way to the top.
Johnny Cochran, great.
It's disgraceful, egregious, outrageous.
If you've seen the Book of Mormon, you'd know that Johnny Cochran is in hell with Hitler and Mussolini.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. in peace. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Like, this whole GameStop buyout thing is pretty weird. Me being the president of GameStop, CEO, president, co-founder, founder, and current owner, I have a pretty extensive knowledge on GameStop. And the same thing happens every console generation. Like, the third or fourth year into a console generation, like, sales are low. Especially this time because, like, before it was just, like, a lull in games coming out because everybody's saving their shit for the next generation. So not a lot of games are coming out. And then even now with today's modern problems, which also calls for modern solutions, but today's modern problem is like digital sales. And that coupled with like the lull between console generations is really hurting them. But like as soon as like the PlayStation 5 or Xbox 2 or whatever they want to call it comes out, you can't download a fucking PlayStation 5. So like, like their sales are going to go up every time like a new console generation goes up. What, obviously from selling hardware and then like all the except like the controllers and accessories, and you got to get your games too with your hardware and all that shit. So like, it's just like the perfect storm of bad shit happening right now with GameStop. And then this really isn't helping. Like when GameStop bought out ThinkGeek, that's when like we started to see like that whole like paradigm shift in GameStop stores start happening, where they like squished all the video games to one side of the store and then the rest of the store was like collectibles. And there was like a very dark time when a fourth of the store was fucking Funko Pops. Thank God that's over. But but now they've started to realize that you know, because of this Think Geek buyout, there's like higher end collectibles to be sold at GameStop, and they do move. So like whether it be like SH Figure Arts or like maybe bigger statues. I saw the Chogokin like Megazord there at one of my at one of my local GameStops. Like that's a fucking,
really,
yeah, that's a $200 figure, and it
yeah,
was
that's crazy.
That shit is stupid expensive.
Yeah, and it was just there, and I was like, this is crazy. And so you know, hopefully nothing like really terrible happens to GameStop, just because it's like before when it was just a video game store, and now that everything's digital, yeah, that was one thing. Like if GameStop liquefied, then it wouldn't really put that big of a dent in like in, you know, our day to day. But now, because of Toys R Us not being available in the United States, like GameStop is pretty much one of the only places where you can get like special, like one of the only like corporate places, like branches all over the country, that you can get like specialty toys and like higher end collectibles and stuff like that. And even though it's like fun to like shit on GameStop, like it would kind of suck if they went.
Yeah, it definitely would. I mean, look, we just fucking lost Toys R Us.
Exactly. And like
you know,
it's one of those things where you don't even think about it. Like, yeah, like GameStop, whatever. I don't really fuck with GameStop, but you find yourself stopping by every now and then when you hear that they got like the newest wave of Marvel Legends, or, you know, some shit like that. So
yeah, these companies, like, whether you hate GameStop and their trade-in rules or not, like, you know, let's put that stupid joke to the side. These companies leaving is terrible for the industry. We're barely recovering right now from Toys R Us. Like, we cannot take somebody else leaving without like that. It's gonna mess things up pretty bad.
With nothing to fill the void, though, is the
with nothing. Yeah, there's gonna be nothing to fill it. Like, it's getting pretty tough out there. I mean, there's a reason why you see randomly during holiday season, Macy's and JCPenney have like Marvel Legends and Star Wars figures, because somebody had to pick up that Toys R Us slack. And I don't think the same is going to be done for these video games or the higher end collectibles. So
it's just getting closer and closer to them not wanting you to leave your fucking house, and you just got to order every fucking thing, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
For sure. I saw a commercial on Hulu today where Publix is offering house delivery. I don't know if they have Publix up there in New York, but Publix is a grocery store.
No, Ralph's around.
Yeah, no Publix.
That's fucking crazy.
A lot of the grocery stores will do that. The higher end ones like Gelson's and
Publix is a higher end place over here, supposedly.
Yeah,
higher end.
And the city for some years though, like some of the depending on the neighborhood, you could definitely order from the grocery store and shit though too, like from like the regular like corner store type shit, like order a beer and like whatever. So
yeah, and I don't even live in a city. I live in like, well, I live in a city, but like not like a dense urban metropolis like some of our, you know, panel mates. But like I live in fucking South Carolina, and Publix like delivers here. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's unbelievable. But yeah, that's basically it for GameStop. That title. The last thing we have is what to grind on. Do you guys want to look at a couple, or do you just want to wrap it up?
We can look at a few.
All right, cool.
I got some time. Before the wife comes in.
Boom. It happened. Fabio, if you're still there, if you want to pull some from the
Reddit,
yeah, be tight. I'll pull some from Instagram real quick.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, everybody who's listening, whether it be live or in the future, tag all your stuff with hashtag WTGO_live, what to grind on live. That's specifically the hashtag that we look at on air. And that's it. If you want to get your stuff critiqued live,
we're gonna judge you
stuff, but that's the more, you know, immediate stuff that we'll be looking at.
Yeah, man. Are you trying to get judged on the internet?
You trying to be judged?
We got you, bro.
What if he judged by 4
grown men?
4 adult men about toys? Guess what? You came to the right fucking place.
Who the fuck are us to be giving out critique?
Well, I got one right here, actually, real quick. Let me go ahead and pop up screen share. I saw that this was posted actually in PNP as well. Shout out to I don't know what his name is on Facebook. Probably doesn't want us blasting his real name on air, to be honest. But Pennington54, I saw this in PMP, or I saw it on Facebook or something. Did you guys see this or no?
Yeah, I saw it a little while ago.
Yeah, so I like this. I like this one way better than this one right here. I will say right off the cuff, the one thing that I would change on this one is just planting his feet, because it kind of looks like he's just using like a centimeter of his tiptoes just hanging on to the side of this building. It doesn't really sell that he's like firmly planted or anything like that. Maybe if you like twisted his foot to where the entire like flat of his foot was you know, planted on this, and then maybe mess with the pose a little bit, it would be a little bit more convincing. But right now it just kind of looks like he's just on his tippy toes. And maybe regular Batman could do that, but full suit Batman, it's a little less believable.
Yeah, he looks a little feminine actually, but I kind of like the pose, but I don't know. There's no wire in that cape, so I don't. It looks like he's probably just holding out that cape somehow. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember if there's wire in that cape on that figure, but yeah, planting the foot would definitely help.
100%. And then for this one, there's not really much I would change in here. Like, I really like the framing. I love that you have this water tower here to fill some of this negative space. Maybe if it was moved over a little bit, there's still
I would actually move Superman over a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as long as there's something to fill this, it doesn't feel as symmetrical as this Batman. I think this Batman right here is beautifully framed. So it looks like there is wire in this one, Bug, right here. There's a little something here. But
yeah, actually, if you could have got Superman up somehow with a little bit of spaces between his feet and the base there, without, I guess, showing your stand or however you keeping him up, that would have really probably, you know, to really kind of accentuate Superman and on this particular angle, because it's about Superman on this angle, basically.
Yeah,
you know,
100%. I like the last thing I'll say is I really like the lighting in here, for sure. I can tell the scene is lit really well and like mood lit very well. I just think the only thing that does a disservice is just the quality of the camera being used, where you get kind of this graininess in here. I'm not sure if you're shooting on a phone, or maybe if your settings might be just could use a little tweaking on your DSLR or what have you, but I can tell the set is painted really nice and light. It's just a matter of the tools you're using right here, because I love it when figures have like a faint like light silhouette over them. You can see right here, and like you can kind of see this purple kind of cascading on his on his cape, and you can even see on Superman here his like his shin has like a nice like white kind of outline to it. That stuff really adds like an extra dimension, and it really makes your shit pop. So that's really nice.
It looks like the focus is on Batman here too, when again you probably should have put the focus on Superman though.
Yeah, for sure. This would have been nice if it was focused on Superman, which and then like here you have the character in the foreground in focus, and then the character out here is out of focus, but then in your B side you have the character in the foreground is out of focus, and then Batman is in focus right here. So it's you know, whatever. You're probably just having fun. Who knows? Well, here I am, week 5. Hilarious.
But no, you're totally right though. That's what it is. It should be almost mirror images if you're going to do the two. So you know, whatever you do on one, then you got to swap it out on the other one, basically. But yeah.
Final thoughts, like your set is really nice, painted really nice with lights, just some tweaking on framing and focus pulling and stuff like that. Boom. Fabio,
on the road again.
That's it. You got something pulled up, right, Fabio?
Yeah, I got something from our subreddit here, r/A.
There you go.
Reddit.com/HBA. This one is from V Paulino. I forget what his name is on Instagram, but he's a pretty regular poster.
What's the name? What's the name on there?
V Paulino.
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know either, but he's not like super regular, but I think he drops what he feels is his best stuff onto the sub, so that's good, because there's this other guy who literally puts everything up, which is fine and all, but you know, we start to kind of bleed into each other a little bit. Here we got like a, you know, black suit Spider-Man climbing up the wall. I think we've seen this a few times in the past before. I just think this is a good example of like framing. I think he could have expanded the frame here a little bit. Yeah. I think his thing is that he's probably shooting it on his phone with like the Instagram photo feature rather than like, you know, taking a photo with your regular phone camera and then putting it on Instagram.
Boom.
And that's why it kind of gives it this weird like fuzziness. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's probably harder to tell like through the stream and all, but like there's just this weird faint glow to it. I'm sure the lighting's fine. It's got a very like, you know, urban lighting to it. I think maybe in terms of setting, you could have put some like, you know, trash bins over here, which if he's doing this photo the way I think he's doing it, he has this actually like the wall is actually on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, he has the sidewalk up. So leaning some things down here to make it look like, you know, it's still part of the floor, like some trash. Or,
yeah, it'll add some depth too. So
yeah. Exactly.
Sam Raimi technique.
Exactly. And then just for some reason, like it's cut off weirdly at his finger on the left hand, or his right hand, I guess.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think allowing for that little bit of space for the frame to breathe would have made this a little better. And then again, I don't know why the square crop, he probably did do it right, but yeah, the square crop is really killing it.
I think he could have planted that foot all the way onto the wall too. It would have been nice if that Spider-Man had a toe joint to just kind of, you know. But
I think the only reason it's not because I think it gives it a good sense of movement, like he's in the middle of
yeah.
Up.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Let's see. We got this one from a guy called Simple Boxcar. I think he had something else up that I wanted to talk about though. This is that guy that posts like a lot of G.I. Joe stuff. Yeah, this one's from that Paulino guy as well. Another example.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Pretty cool lighting, and I like how she's playing with the cat and all.
It is nice. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm not sure what I see in the left corner there. If that's the end, I see like some. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but this is pretty nice actually.
The same kind of like weird fuzziness going on down here. This even looks like you could be applying like a soft focus with an app or something.
you might be right that he's just shooting with his phone though.
Yeah.
And it's just not picking up the light well enough.
Mm-hmm. He could be holding it. There's this weird like dot right here. I don't know what that is. It looks like maybe he did try to like put it in a photo app and accidentally like tried to put something there. I don't know.
Maybe he put it in like a beauty app and like the smoothing was on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of these Android phones now just have beauty shit just built in. You don't even know it's on.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this one from Simple Boxcar.
Let's go.
I think the lighting's a little dark right off the bat.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people feel like having these like dark cast shadows on the face makes it all like dramatic and stuff, but there's like a way to do it right, and I don't think just literally making the face.
This reminds me of 2012 A.C.B.A. when everybody was doing darkroom shots.
Pretty much, but also for you to do it and for you to do it right and for it to look all brooding and like cool and shit, you almost have to have a good camera though, like honestly. And it's not some shit that we even like to promote as far as like saying that you need a good camera, but kind of to do some of this shit, maybe you do. I don't know, but
yeah. It all boils down to just the sensor on the camera you're using and how susceptible it is to low light. And the best way to get around that is just light the hell out of your shot, pretty much. And then even with phones, even if your shot is like very, very well lit, you can focus in on a extremely like hot part of your photo or like your scene, and then it'll normalize all the light for that, and then your darks will still come out like very deep without like all the like the fuzziness and grain and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like we always say, like you can always like take light away in your camera, in your phone, or whatever. It's just when you try and like artificially add light through software, then it starts like getting a little messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm never a fan of the pink backgrounds. Just that this hot pink color like that. You could kind of fudge it and say it's like sunset type shit, but not really. Like, you know, just always remember that your backdrop color is essentially the atmosphere. Like, it's the sky. Like, you know, so you want it to mimic something that actually looks like colors of the sky. And this pink shit just never really looks that well. And also, if you're trying to figure out what backdrop to use, just use the color wheel. Just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Literally just swap it out and it'll usually make shit pop. But I like that he's got Hulk's utilizing the character's attributes is one thing I always like to say, but I like that he's got Hulk actually grasping Lizard's face there. That looks authentic. That's a nice little detail. And it's a nice detail to build outward on to like really make your shit look authentic and cool. But the fact that his foot is kind of covering the fist there, you could have swapped that around and put his leg down a little bit so it looks like Hulk is really about to connect with that punch, and maybe done something different with the hands. You could have did what you did with Hulk's hand with one of Lizard's hands and put his hand around Hulk's wrist or whatever to really make it look like there's a struggle going on there. Like with a shot that's this closely cropped, it's really all about the posing right here. So that's what's going to really sell this shit for you, is really knocking out the posing, you know? Take your time.
Yeah, we often say that if your scene is like really widespread out and then there's a lot of negative space, like kind of bring your shot in. And then the connotation of that is like, oh, a tighter crop leaves less room for errors, but you just got to find that sweet spot, honestly. Like for something like this, if it was like pulled way out and then you saw like the entire thing, that wouldn't work either. Mm-hmm. But it's just a matter of, you know, just finding the sweet spot for your style of photography and stuff like that. So for this, I would have even tilted the camera a little bit more. Let me screen share real quick. I would have tilted the camera just a little bit more so that Hulk's head would have been in the corner of the frame. That way it just fills everything out much more neatly. And then you could still keep the same tightness of cropping, but just, you know, filling out this negative space would have worked really well. And then like Boog pointed out, then the background wouldn't be as distracting as it is if it would be more filled out.
Yeah,
basically. But
I understand the want though, because for some reason pink and green like always work really well together. But yeah, it kind of throws it off a little bit.
I think the pink works well for like an alien planet. Those weird off colors could totally work.
Yeah,
I like 100%. That. Yeah, there's definitely some figures it works for. More it lends better to some figures than not. I would say more anime figures.
You know, well, Hulk and Lizard fight on an alien planet. Well, then why they got this brick wall here?
You know what I've been seeing a lot? I don't know if this is related or not, but I've been seeing a lot of people utilizing the multi-post or multi-frame feature on Instagram and really showing their behind the scenes, showing their seasides and like showing video and like, like literally like damn near every like decent shot is doing that now. I just thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, as soon as that feature was announced, I'm like, that's what I'm doing with it.
Right.
Why would you not? It's built for that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see people really showing their seasides or whatever. I feel like that's some shit that we absolutely started though. but
humblest guy on YouTube right here.
The only comedian with multiple photos.
Huh?
No, nothing.
Yeah, so I will here's something from the A.C.B.A. Discord. Once again, everybody, if you're not part of the A.C.B.A. Discord, what are you doing? It's like,
what are you doing?
You can find your way to the A.C.B.A. Discord by simply on your screen right now next to the A.C.B.A. logo. There's the URL right there, tinyurl.com/ACBA Discord. I say it every week, boys and girls. If you want a place to post your work, what to grind on, chat with some of the boys, hang out, maybe shoot the shit about some shit that doesn't have a place on the Facebook page. You can't go on a photo of some hot shit on the Facebook page and talk about the barbecue you had the other day. Doesn't fit. But here at the A.C.B.A. Discord, let's talk. Let's hear about it. Tell me about the barbecue. Tell me what you got on the grill. we'll talk about it. Tight. So, so right here on the A.C.B.A. Discord, we have a channel called What to Grind On. That's where we post everything of what to grind on. Pretty tight, pretty self-explanatory. This one comes from That Geek Bob. Great name. He says, can't quite put my finger on it, but not feeling this one. I could really use some suggestions on it. And as you can see, he got some instant feedback, super tight. Beauty of the A.C.B.A. Discord. So right here, well, what do you guys think from the jump?
This building's probably a little too close.
Yeah.
Well, Bob. Bob, can I call you geek? Can I call you Bob? So, Bob, I think the problem is that this isn't where the camera should be facing. I think, or maybe the figure should not be rotated that way. I think the figure's rotated more so where you can see from the right side of like where the pose is right now. Like if you turn them so that we see Venom's back, and then we see Carnage coming over top,
coming at you.
I just don't think this angle works.
I think less could be more in this shit. He didn't necessarily need to build into the backdrop, but if he wanted to put them there, he probably needed to put them back a bit
further back,
more.
Yeah.
And you didn't need that fire at all, honestly.
But to his credit, the fire is lit very well. The light piping he has on that.
It is lit decent. I really like Carnage's pose though.
It's nice.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite things about this Carnage is you could throw this guy against the fucking wall, and then the way he lands is, that's some shit Carnage would do, I guess.
Right.
It's a great figure, man.
It really is. It really is. That shit was in my top 10.
100%.
Last year.
Well deserved.
And took him 20 minutes to put all them tendrils and shit on him too.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, man. Like with the buildings, I think that if he just raised them higher, it would really help sell what he's trying to do. If he raised them higher and put them way back to where they were like super blurred out, that would be great. The reason I say is raising them higher is because this like foreground piece or this like middle ground piece right here of like a broken wall or what have you sits taller than these buildings, and these are supposed to be like multi-story buildings. And of course you can have like shorter buildings, but like just think of the framing of your shot. Like if you
it's throwing it off a bit though. I feel
if you would have just raised it to where they were a little bit higher, at least higher than this, it would have worked for sure. Now, if these buildings are just short, and if you did raise it, you could see like the bottom of it, then don't be afraid to just like scrap it, like you said, Boog, less is more. I can see a lot of prop work in here. You got like the old Toy Biz Spider-Man stuff right here. You got some light posts, like all this debris. You definitely could have just like spread it out a little bit more. If you put this light post, if you just put it back here, that could have got you the depth you wanted. If you put this little debris wall a little further back, that could have got you the depth you wanted. But to echo what Rick said as well, changing the ankle could definitely be the game changer that you think your shot needs, for sure. 100%.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be. Yeah, that Carnage pose is nice though, man.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Somebody else pointed out in the Discord that he just looks like he's getting kicked in the dick, which is, I mean, it'll happen. What can I say? but maybe like just a fin angle with your posing. Like what we said about the Hulk in the last shot is it was really nice that his arm was actually grabbing something. And like if you would have had like his arm grabbing. If you would have had Venom's arm grabbing Carnage's arm or something like that, or you could probably even just put Carnage in Venom's like big ass hand, and like he's just holding him back with his hand. That would have worked too. But it looks like you have a good grasp on what makes like a good photo, what makes like an exciting and energetic photo. It's just a matter of just grinding it out.
Wait, why don't you sheeple wake up? Dick kicks exist, okay?
Dick kicks exist.
I wish people would wake up. Dick kicks exist, okay?
They're real.
I don't know you.
That's it. And to go back to the flames real quick, what I do really like about this is like you can see you can see like yellow light coming on, like getting painted on Venom right here in his back and then in his forearm. That's like really nice details that a lot of people that is just lacking in a lot of people's photos. So the fact that you got it in here is really nice.
Also, just noticing it's a custom Venom.
Is that a custom Venom?
Yeah, it looks like it's got more
I don't know. Oh, a kit bash at the very least. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Damn, that's nice. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, that looks like Tom Hardy Venom.
Right.
It does. Wow. Speaking of Tom Hardy Venom, real quick, I had a flashback to when Rick and I were talking in one of our Facebook Messenger groups. And
what up?
Shout out to David Walton, the man, the myth. He just saw Venom, said it sucked, and I was like, hey, I thought it was okay. And then I kind of like, I was like, I just think it's okay, man. Why do people always got to shit on stuff that people just think it's okay? It's not an Oscar-worthy movie. And then I was thinking about it this morning, and I was like, man, that was not my hill to die on. That was not the point to draw the. If my like sinking ship moment was Venom, I would have lost my mind.
And man, you know, the last time I spoke to Poncho, he wouldn't shut up about them. I'm gonna miss him though. I'm gonna miss him.
Basically. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's it for me. I'll continue to scroll through here and see if anything catches the eye.
Yeah, I gotta start getting the what's a grind reminder tag thing up on the A.C.B.A. Instagram more, so more people could tag it. I'd like to see more. I just like to see more people in general just tag shit, because I want to again like look at other shit, maybe people that's not in any of our groups, and like other people, like I want to look at big name shit too. Maybe that didn't even tag the tag at all though, but I'd love us to critique other shit too though.
Yeah, infiltrate.
It's like a lot of like, oh man, it's so many of these like dirt throwing shots and shit, and it's just
You know, I was just gonna say, there's a lot of people that have been jumping on that because there was that one thing that went viral that got shared to like everybody that we know.
Bad. Damn.
Man, this man lights firecrackers on his toys and take pictures.
There was one guy in the subreddit that was trying his hand at it, and I was like, "That ain't it, Chief."
I mean, yo, it's not just about the explosion, bro. Like you gotta pose the figures where they're reacting to wherever you're gonna have the explosion. You gotta pose the shit out of them. Like, you know, it's not just about having some sparkler go off behind a poorly posed figure and shit. I saw so much of that over these past couple of weeks, and it's like, yo, this is fucking bad.
Yeah, if it's one thing, like that's extra stuff that you do. Like if your atmosphere that you're trying to go for in your shot, it calls for that kind of stuff, yeah, more power to you. That's super tight. But the fundamentals of just telling the story through the figure just by itself should come first for a lot of people. And just unfortunately, like, let it be said that there are good people in the game of throwing dirt and lighting shit on fire. Like, there are people that care about posing and stuff like that. But when that stuff gets mad popular, and then you see people, you know, trying it out for the first time, like, the fundamentals aren't there, unfortunately. And not only does it look like kind of amateurish, yeah, that's a bad word to use, but like when it looks like that, it just in the like the way you're capturing the dirt or like the explosions and stuff, if that looks weird, and then on top of that you're posing a little strange, then the only thing that you have to offer from that is just you threw dirt at your camera.
It comes off like what it is.
Yeah, from here, just to be you know, a little mean.
It comes off like what it is. It's heartless and it's trying to grab onto a trend.
You guys both talking. What you said, Fabio?
Go.
This is basically what we got here. It's like he's, you know, he even in the description, he's so excited and worked up about the effects that he wants to show them off. Link in the comments, but he's by relying on the explosion, you're really missing the point. Like if you watch one of those viral videos and thought like, ooh, I should throw some fucking dirt and firecrackers at my figures, you kind of miss the point of that video, or really like the point of what the photo is trying to achieve, which is not only is there an explosion going on, but the posing of it, completely sells it in the image. And this, I couldn't even tell that there was an explosion here if you hadn't said anything.
Yeah,
the figures just kind of look like they're, I don't know, weirdly walking away from it.
Yeah, they're not reacting to the shit at all.
Yeah.
Look up if somebody has the Instagram open. Look up Plastic Action. He had a pretty. I'm looking at a shot of his that was actually pretty decent with some dirt throwing shit here. But
yeah, when people hop on those kind of bandwagons, whether it's that or whether it's Woody or taking pictures outside or whatever it is, like it feels so hollow. It feels so wave. It feels like you're just wave riding, man. It just doesn't translate. We can tell that you just want to ride the wave, man.
Yeah, you know what else I see too? I see a lot of people like trying to like jack Hot Kenobi style of like just having figures like pose cool on like a desk or some shit like that, and like just like doing something funny or whatever, like
Toy Story style.
Huh?
Toy Story style.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, do your thing, man. Like, come up on your own style. Don't try to mimic anybody else's style. Your style is your style. That's what's gonna make you unique and make your art unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to do that. You don't got to conform to anybody's style. Just like none of y'all don't got to be throwing dirt right now either. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can, whatever you're developing your own style is the most impressive and unique thing about you and your art. Like, that's what it is. Whatever your lane is, find it. You know what I mean? You can quite obviously draw inspiration from all of these wonderful artists and shit out there, but like, don't try to mimic anybody's shit though. Like, just don't do that, man. But what was your?
Yeah, I was gonna say like yeah, what we're saying might come off like it's sad, like maybe a little like preachy and like elitist, but like it's okay to like get excited about figure photography and A.C.B.A. from these viral videos, and I've been there. I know it's exciting to like see these viral videos and like try your like hand at like these techniques and stuff. Probably the same way a lot of us found out about figure photography and A.C.B.A. We see like a lot of like high level artists doing their thing, and we try and like right off the cuff try and emulate that, and it doesn't we don't get the result that we want right away. But through trying again and again and through grinding, you will like carve your own path out, and it's whatever. Like I personally, like for me personally, I don't really see like I get where the annoyance comes from with like all these viral videos coming out and just being like constantly tagged in it like every single day. But at the end of the day, like for me personally, I don't really have like a huge issue with it, as long if seeing this stuff brings you to this space of the internet, and then you take all this information, learn from it, and practice and carve your own path. That's totally cool with me. That's what I like.
A fair weather fan.
What's up?
Nothing. Just be the gatekeeper. Just kidding.
That's it. But yeah, I think like there are ways it's done right, and yeah, it is a little strange. Just after it's like clockwork. Every single time these viral videos hit, you always see like a flood of that style of photo come, and then you try and give some critique, and then the canned response is just trying to have some fun, man. Why you got to try and whatever. Yeah, I mean, like I get you're having fun.
I hate you guys and your rules.
Yeah, I mean, I get you're having trying to fun, but like if you just want some cool advice, that's tight. I'm not calling you like a jackass or anything.
There's nothing shitty about it. It's not coming from a shitty point of view.
That's it. Yeah, we're like, and like we were all, we were all like that at one. Like we all grew from taking constructive criticism. Like I've told the story on the podcast before. When I first joined A.C.B.A., like I got criticism on all my shit. Stuff that I thought was fucking hot fire. Like it was fucking doo-doo butter and whatever, you know. It is what it is. Like I was like, okay, yeah, maybe this could use some work. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we as admins were never immune to shit just not going right, even when we thought it was.
100%.
I mean, yeah, you know, everybody has room for improvement.
The last thing I'll say about that is I did manage to pull that up, bug Plastic Action.
Mm-hmm.
So this right here is a really great example of blending everything together. All the fundamentals of figure photography, A.C.B.A. Like they're all in this shot. Like he has really nice staging. His lighting is really good. He has like the tangible like polyester in the back, and like the lights are really going. And then for like a little extra stank, he has like he's throwing dirt at the back of the wheels. And that's when I think this like form, this like little niche style of figure photography in A.C.B.A. really shines, when all your fundamentals are on point, and then for a little bit of spice, you just throw some of God's green earth right on the fucking thing.
Take a look at his. He's got a Jurassic Park sort of shot that he posted recently.
Oh no shit!
That was pretty cool. Well, you know what? Maybe that's the wrong Plastic Action that you're looking at. Yeah, that's our guy. Hold on.
Okay.
We'll come back with like a completely different name.
There's another Plastic Action, but his shit is. Well, how's the guy that we just looked at? How's his name set up? He's got an underscore in there.
Plastic_Action, yeah.
Yeah, just try Plastic Action. I guess I was just looking at this shit. Hold on, let me get back on it.
Jax, right? Oh, I'm looking at it. Oh shit!
Jax, yeah, Jax, yeah.
Boom, yeah. What a coincidence that both these Plastic Actions are throwing dirt at their figures. Hell yeah! Let's talk about hell yeah. And yeah, once again, mirroring. Fuck, this is tight right here. Damn, this is tight. I don't give a fuck about Punisher, but this is pretty nice. Anyway, but like I said before, like all the fundamentals are here in this shot, and then he just threw some dirt on it. Yeah. This is really nice.
So he's clearly photoshopping out all the stains and all of that good shit here, but it's fucking tight. It's you know it's well put together. It makes sense. It's the Jurassic Park Jeep coupled with some fucking dinosaurs. Jeep is trying to get away. It all makes fucking sense. It's all framed up nice. That's how you do shit.
Yeah.
Am I tripping, or is there like so many Punisher about to shoot himself in the head shots now?
Yeah,
like, you know, past like 3 of them ever since that guys that did a really good job. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, that was Mo that did.
Mohammed Yassin, yeah.
2 panels, and then everybody. That's the shit that I'm saying. Like, you know, like, yo, you don't got to do that. And if you are gonna do it, let it marinate a bit, and then make sure you do that shit better if you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
like,
aim for better.
So
it sounds fucked up, but aim for better. Yeah, you said it perfectly.
It's a lot of good shit out there that deserves the attention that it's getting. Case in point, the shit that we're looking at right now.
Yep.
But there's a lot of subpar shit that is getting a lot of attention. That is just like, yo, really? Like, this other artists really crushing this shit. Like, come on.
Well, like the man Macho Man Randy Savage said once, the cream will always rise to the crop. So
the top rise to the top.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Grandma's trying to get me to follow all of these beautiful people with great bodies. I've got a bad body. What's going on?
Pep, if you're listening to this, he's not going to follow them. He's going to stay at home and be a good man, be a family man.
Comes across the same pictures that his friends like for some reason.
Real quick, before
don't even
quick.
Oh shit! Everybody said something at once. I'll go real quick before we go. Going back to those sweet scoops we got from Rectangular. He just sent me 2 images of all these listings right here. I guess we'll take a look at it real quick.
Yeah, I was waiting for the end too when he sent me it. I was like, damn, I don't want to interrupt like critiquing right now. So
there we go. Before we split, let's take a look at these right here.
What a guy. What a guy. And just wait for every other toy page to print out this news and act like it was them.
Yeah, so like I said, like I thought, it might be like a endgame thing, but there is a lot of them. right here. So there's 80th anniversary shit for a lot of stuff. This Peggy Carter and Captain America is the only thing that's like that's labeled. Everything else is like 80th anniversary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it might not even be MCU.
No, I thought it was comic book because it's 80th anniversary.
Yeah,
and not 30th.
It's true. So that's it. Hot scoops from Rectangular. Keep your eyes peeled to your I don't know, fucking phones, monitors, whatever.
Let's see next year what type of anniversary they're going to sell us on.
That's true.
This is Iron Man's 67th anniversary.
That 69th anniversary.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Damn. That's nice. Crazy. Hell yeah.
You done did it.
Real quick, this is the best year, I think, for Now That's What You Call Music, because Now That's What You Call Music 69 came out.
Yeah, why did I just get an ad on Instagram for that shit?
That's incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, so this has been the A.C.B.A. podcast, #1 podcast for all your Now That's What I Call Music predicted algorithm-based ads on the internet.
Yeah, we got the fucking illest sponsorship in the game, bro.
I hope you're ready.
Fucking Durag. We got fucking whatever the Spotify, whatever the fuck that was just now.
I hope you're ready to listen to all of your favorite rap songs without the
What do you say, Fabio?
You know that rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Oh shit, yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. He's 22 years old, and he got 47 years for 6 counts of all his shit. He's getting out when he's 69.
Damn.
Yeah, that's been a joke. He's not going to get 47 years.
No, he just ratted everybody out. He's going to get like 10 years at most. And even it'll probably be done in 5.
I mean, he's going to piss a lot of people off, but good thing it's easy for him to hide. He's very unrecognizable. He's a very average-looking guy.
That's it.
In any crowd.
Just put a wig on, he could pose as his girl, pretty much.
Right.
Cloud chasing goes wrong.
Damn.
All right, we out of here, man. It's been a great episode. I ain't got shit to plug. I'm about to get on my personal Instagram in a bit and spin some of these games, and then I'm gonna be going hard this week, taking a bunch of pictures and playing with my toys and shit. So shoot a bunch of videos and doing all of that good shit. That's everybody should have their flight stands in the next day or so. Everybody,
yeah, I got mine.
Okay, cool. So everybody internationally, or a few people internationally, may still be waiting literally another day or so. But we're gonna put up a couple like variety packs of cutouts just to finish out some inventory that we had here before we put out a brand new pack. But these will be like some discounted packs, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to get the green light from this lady over here, but we'll see what happens with that. But it'll be 2 drops, I guess, and it's really not that much, but it's a good way to get some cheap cutouts. And maybe double up on some shit that you may have already gotten, or if you haven't purchased any cutouts, then this is for you. But we're going to be putting out a brand new set after that, and then going hard on a bunch of consecutive sets. So look out for that this coming week. I've just been falling back a little bit, kind of trying to get my business in order, like, personal A.C.B.A. business and doing shit and getting all my ducks in a row or whatever. And so we're about to start planning tournaments and all of that good shit and getting back on the regular grind and shit. So I'm hoping all you dirt dog motherfuckers will be in these contests coming up too. But yeah, that's the only shit I got going on. Shout out to anybody whose shit that we looked at or critiqued. It's all love. It ain't it's no animus. It's all love, baby. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Bobby, what's going on in the world of Colonel Crackers? What do they call you?
Man, Colonel Crackers is out here. Just trying to get his YouTube channel going.
Shit. Anything new?
I mean, I got some things I'm working on. I might have something to bring forward to the admin group in the coming days.
Uh-oh.
Johnny Cage?
This guy's got a stew going.
This guy's got a stew going.
We'll see. Yeah, I can't really talk about too much, but I got down set these days. I tell you what, we got kind of cut off when I was talking about it, but when we were, technical difficulties. But I was on set and there's a lot of downtime and a lot of thinking that goes through, and I want to have something to present to you guys and come correct with a fun idea.
Shit,
dude, man, this is sounding G14 classified.
Let's just say that no, never mind.
Let's not say anything.
You just a bad pun.
Rick, what's going on with you?
I was just about to say that although we haven't done it again this week, we will find a time to do Dragon Ball again. It's coming. It's hitting. I don't know. It's happening. Because somebody asked me earlier this week, like, hey, man, are you guys going to do it again?
Shit. Oh, Genki Dama, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. If you guys didn't check out Genki Dama last week, we talked about everything Broly. As few as a couple of hot takes with some hot situations happening with a certain voice actor as well. But yeah,
that really sparked up. Like, out of nowhere, the viewers just jumped and we started talking about Vic Mignogna.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I was looking like, oh my god, you guys are more engaged in this than the fucking movie talk.
That's it. Yeah, Rick and I have been in talks about turning Genki Dama into something maybe a little bit more than a Dragon Ball podcast. Just because we're in a Dragon Ball lull right now, maybe it might be all things anime. Who knows? We'll stay tuned. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, maybe we'll make it Mob Psycho related next week or something. I don't know.
Talk about that all day.
Yeah, man, we'll do like a summarization of the points that we're at right now.
Oh, singing my song, Rick.
I knew it, man. This is gonna be bigger than Fabio's surprise.
let's not go too far.
No. Let's be perfectly honest here. We're not gonna top Fabio's surprise. Let's be perfectly real. No joking in that. He has something I'm sure cooked up.
Anything else, Rick?
Shit. You know me. I post things that you probably don't care about on Instagram, so peep that.
Yeah.
Instagram though, I should say I have my Colonel Crackers Instagram that everybody should be following. But if you just want to follow my like day-to-day non-toy photography shit, I have a personal Instagram now too.
Oh shit!
I don't know.
And I say it's a good Instagram to follow. You've been consistently posting. You're not one of those guys that like started a personal Instagram and like posted one picture.
Yeah. Get a good baseline going there. Try to keep a good foundation up.
I like what I see, Fabio. I like what I see.
See my sneakers and stuff. I do collect sneakers and hot sauce.
Yeah,
other than toys, so
I saw the SB wheel.
Well,
the SB wheel going. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, those aren't all SBs, man. It's just all Nikes. Even the flip flops, which I couldn't make it into the photo.
Damn, did you buy those flip flops that Nike made that has a fanny pack built into them? That was pretty sick.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I do need a Nike fanny though.
Yeah, wow. Fanny pack on your slides, fanny pack on your fannies.
Hell yeah.
Fannies.
If you want to keep up with the latest streetwear culture, just go ahead and follow Fabio.Danino.
Fabio.Danino.
Streetwear icon on set.
Wow.
It's funny because when I'm on set, they put us in wardrobe and stuff, and I'm always like keeping track of what they put me in and what they put other people in, because I'm like, oh man, this is how I keep up to date with the latest trends, is just like keeping notice of what costume designers put people in.
Oh. I was in theater in high school, and for a play, I brought some very expensive and very old and valuable saris, Indian garments, and everybody fucked them up, and I got in a lot of trouble.
Damn. What were you guys doing, like a Bollywood production of The King and I?
I don't know. I've kind of scrubbed that from my memory, so I can't even really recall what we were doing.
Can we please give a moment of silence to the expensive saris that I'm sure tanned Pancho's ass at some point in his life of education? Wow, that was a great moment of silence.
That was really great.
Wow, I'm getting emotional right now. I don't know.
Real tears are forming in my eyes just remembering.
I'm glad the camera's not on because I am wailing like a baby.
Yeah. No, so so on that point, thank you for tuning in to the most emotional podcast on the internet right now.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, you can find all my shit on Cheesy. All of our tags are listed right here in the wrap up stuff. My YouTube is unsurprisingly in kind of a lull right now, but I got stuff brewing as well. I got a stew of my own going. I announced that I'm going to be doing a new show called Figure Update, where I just talk about more in depth of the shit I get in speedy delivery mail hauls or stuff like that. If you're a fan of the #1 video game podcast on the internet, Mega64, you'll know that Rocco does a figure update as well. Rocco, one of my personal heroes, big inspiration to me.
Rocco. I don't know who that is.
Great guy, drawing some inspiration from one of his great series as well. I'll be doing a sister series just like that, officially affiliated with him. Not really, but
officially Rocco affiliated, 100% Rocco.
That's it, 100%. So figure update is coming soon. I did put out a new show called Detolf Display Days. The name is very under construction, but I'm resetting my Detolfs. I plan on resetting my Detolfs every now and then I just basically just talk about what's going on and the theme of it. Maybe do some setups, whatever. Who knows what's going on. But that's what's going on right now in terms of the content I'm putting out. If you're more in the realm of physical content, the next wave, the next batch of awesome acrylic ores are actually shipping out in 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, February 15th. So if you're curious about which order you're in, if this is going to be your order that's processing right now, as always, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or any place where you can personally reach out to me to find out which order you're in. And as usual, just like on our wrap-up screen with all of our names right here, you got all the official A.C.B.A. links in the corner, not only our Facebook and our Instagram, but our Twitter and our Reddit and our Discord as well. Make sure to check out all those. And yo, Boog, you want to take us out? If you're even here? Where you at?
Man. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I was just muted because I had to cut my headphones. But yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in. We went damn near 4 hours right here. But we did this also because tomorrow's the Super Bowl, and we figured a lot of people would be dealing with that. I think we said that at the beginning anyway. It's been so fucking long. But yeah, man, thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.